All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go over the fundamentals of footwork. So, the 0th law. Footwork is the most efficient form of head movement. The reason it's law 0 or fundamental 0 is because it's the same for head movement and for footwork. I'm gonna say it again. Footwork is the most efficient form of head movement. Why is that? Well, a very small step can pull me out of range. A very small step can move me offline from my opponent's center line. When you take these things into consideration, it takes a lot less energy to take a quick step to one side or the other, or back or forward to get out of range of a punch. And it requires less energy than leaning or trying to move your body offline, which is an important part of head movement. But when you start with the feet, you're also giving yourself a firmer foundation, because if you can intelligently move your feet into position, you maintain better offense and defense. All right, rule 1, always maintain your center line. Why? Well, we have a whole other video on what your center line is. At the end of the day, it's the most efficient point from which you employ your offense. So, from my rear heel to my lead toe, the straight line pointing straight out from my body, right? The apex of that, this is my center line. And this is the most efficient place for me to punch, regardless of what the punch is that I'm throwing. So, you always want to keep your opponent on your center line. And directly as a correlation of that, because it's the most efficient place that you can employ your offense, it is also the most efficient place that your enemy or your opponent employs their offense. So, the second rule, always avoid your opponent's center line. You never want to be in the place where they can most effectively employ their offense. It's basically you standing in front of the barrel of the gun or standing away from the front of it. Lastly, never cross your feet. Now I know people that when they move to their rear side like to use a pie step are going to be like, oh, well, sometimes your lead foot goes in front of your right foot. Sure, sometimes it does. Sometimes your lead foot will come in front of your rear foot. But it should only do that for a very brief moment while you're moving, right? Front foot comes here, and then I'm stepping over. That's what a pie step is, in case you don't know. And with the pie step, you never want your feet to actually cross. Lead foot, for a very small amount of time, goes in front of the rear foot, then the rear foot moves the direction it's supposed to. So that's the first 4. Got rule 0, 1, 2, 3. The first 4 fundamentals of good footwork. Thanks for watching.